What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are working on my 72 Nova, and I just finished making a panel and forgot to make a video. I just get busy. It was a last minute thing, but anyways, the panel will hold two 100 amp fuses and hold two solenoids. One will power the complete electrical system through the fuse panel, and the other will control the starter. And I'll get the camera flipped around and show you what we got going on. So here you have the panel, and it is 7 inches tall this way, and I originally made it 12 inches this way. I did put a 90 on each side. That is 1.5 inches, and I bent that with my Harbor Freight sheet metal brake, and being that's 11 gauge aluminum, it didn't have any issues at all. So what we have here is kind of what you can see. You know, our alternator's coming in from the front of the car into this post, which there'll be another one of these 100 amp fuses right here, and then from here to go straight down to the battery. On this side we come from the battery, and then we come right out of here to the top and loop out over right here to our starter solenoid. Since this is the constant hot side, we will run from here down to here, and this will power our fuse panel that's inside the glove box of the car and any other electrical accessories that we need. I will put a couple diodes here and here, and then wire everything up as needed. The point in all of this is to make sure that if this car is upside down, or I'm knocked unconscious into a wall or into the woods or wherever we're racing at, when the power is shut off with the push-pull lever coming through the tail light of the car, all power is shut off. I know they say sometimes when people wire them up, the alternators can backfeed if you do not disconnect the whole electrical system from the battery. And going through this way is how David Frieburger wired his F-rod, and it's also how, I can't think of his first name, but he used to be the ratty muscle car guy on YouTube, but now he's Wiring Rescue. He did a really in-depth video on how to wire this kind of stuff, and I'm taking cues from both him and David Frieburger, and this is what we got so far. Again, sorry I didn't get a video made. I didn't realize it until about halfway through drilling a hole, so I should have made a video, but then my phone was also down to about 6%, and I didn't have no way to charge the battery when making this. So either way, this is what we got. You can see the 90-degree bend right there and right there, and you gotta love my 5.3 LS workbench right here, even though I did not build it here. I'm just using this for a backdrop. Anyways, the next video I'll show you guys with this installed in the car. I'll just have some small tabs on each corner that'll be welded to the floor of the car, and then this will be secured that way. So stay tuned, and we will get this installed and show you the next step. So basically this is how it'll sit in the right corner of the trunk of the Nova. This is where the Optima battery, now that is just a mock-up battery, but that is a holder for the Optima battery. There is my push-pull disconnect. So anyways, that's how it will be installed in the car. And then of course there's the positive side, and I'll have a dual post like this, and then we'll just come down, feed these two, and then here's the alternator. It is 4 gauge. This big black wire is 0 gauge. That's for the starter. This wire right here runs up, I think it's 8 gauge. It runs up to the fuse panel. This yellow wire, which is 12 gauge, it runs to the fuel pump, and it is color coordinated per the painless relay system. So once we get all these wires figured out, the lengths of them, I'll pull them out, and I'll crimp and heat shrink all the connections, and then I'll go ahead and get all this wired up here. I'll make brackets to secure the tray to the floor, and I got to build a little bracket here to kind of come out and then down at an angle just to support the kill switch. I did screw up on the drilling a hole until a buddy of mine at church was like, well, just heat up a rod and just push a hot rod right through that, and then you don't worry about cracking it. So it makes sense to me. That will be what we do. He said he's got a couple tail lights, so when we get one back from him, that's what we will do. I still got to weld in this tail panel. This quarter panel's pretty much trashed. Just look at that filler. But for now, I'll probably just do a couple tack welds, only because I will put new quarters on it over the winter. We will also be mini tubbing it, so I'll keep all that in mind when I start routing the wire. And I may route it down to the other side here for now, just to give me enough room, because I believe that wheel tub will come over just about to the edge of the trunk pan. A little bit of patchwork there. Other than that, that's where we're at with this section. And it'll probably be about a day or so before I get a chance to get this all finished up. But this way, the battery's here where I can get it out pretty easily, and I can reach all of my components there fairly easily also. So if you want, give us a like, subscribe, leave us a comment, let us know what you think, and ring that bell for notifications, because we got this and a few other projects going on, and we'd love to have you subscribing. Thanks for watching.